Hello and welcome. I'm live. Thank you, everybody. My name is Mary Jane Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life and coach, an astrologer, and one who wants to come in and give you some insights and enlighten your life, hopefully. At least I want to try and give you something. And it's a long weekend here in Canada. So we have our May long weekend, which is very nice. And I think Calgary's going up to 20 degrees. What? 20 degrees? Holy shit, man. So good morning, everybody. Oopsie, there you go. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Oops. Oh, Periscope is filtered. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why. Good morning. See if I can do that again and see what happens. Sometimes lovely, I don't know, Periscope commented it might be small. You're drinking your coffee in the sunshine. Beautiful. I was just in the middle of doing some mantras. And then I looked at the time and I thought, oh, better stop and then get back on here. So I have iced coffee this morning. I have my iced coffee. I always order a big thing of coffee from Starbucks. So, because Starbucks water is actually really good. And they have a very expensive filtering system. So what is going on today? I hope everybody's having a good day so far. It's odd today. What do I mean by that? What does she mean when she says odd? Well, it's where the sun is coming and it's coming to the end of Taurus, right? So this energy is coming at the end of Taurus and it's meeting up with the eye of Taurus. And the eye of Taurus is it's called the elbow star. It's a fixed star. And it is known as the devil star, but it is also, it's not to be afraid of it. It's nothing to do with to be fearful, but it's all about perception and it's all about how you see the world. And if you anything about the tarot cards, if any of you do tarot, when you get the devil card shows you, and let me bring in my teaching deck, because I have a teaching deck. Teaching deck. So, because my teaching deck is always in order. So when we look at the devil card in the tarot, so the devil card, here he is. So this is in the reader writer deck. So, which is a common deck that a lot of people use. So when we look at the devil card and we look at it and then just look at him, he's like, very ominous. And he's like, oh, look at him. He looks like a bad guy. And of course the devil, we always make the devil have horns and all kinds of stuff. And he has bat wings and, he's doing the Spock thing. And the symbol, and he's sitting there and he's perched on this mound. He's perched there, but then look at the people. They're very placid. They're they look like little devils themselves. They got those little horns, but they're very placid. They're not. She's looking off in one way, he's looking down in the other way. And that's all about perception. What you perceive your life is. What do you perceive the world around you? How are you intaking things that are going on? And as the sun is coming up to that and he's going towards the Pleiadians and the Pleiadian stars, it's coming into, and the Pleiadians are there to come in to help us, to enlighten us, to bring in more of an insight, and especially as we're going into Gemini. And the Gemini energy is about us receiving information, allowing ourselves to receive the information and intake that information. And how do you intake that information? How do you perceive the information coming to you? Because God is always giving us signs. So there's always signs out there of information for us and how we want to perceive it. And this is where, when you look at the eye, when you look at your eye and you look, it's like what I see and maybe what somebody else sees when I look over here and I got a paint, one of my paintings there, and I look at the painting, what I see in that painting might be different than what somebody else sees in the painting, or that meaning of what that painting is. So it's all about perception and bringing that perception into your life. And then allowing yourself to be open. And this is the whole thing about being open to how someone else is perceiving it without judgment. And that's the thing. That's the big, big message of the energy coming into this weekend. This weekend is more of a weekend that is, because there is so much retrograde, so much energy, retracting us. It is a time for us to really, it is that inward flow of reflection, of taking, it's not the big things, it's coming down to the little things, coming down to the feelings of the little things, the feelings of what makes it so special. It's like, last night I was with my grandson, and we sat there and he cuddled right up, and we were cuddling and we we're watching Jurassic Park. that it's those little things that come in. It's that when you get up in the morning, and then my husband and I have a chat, and finding out how his evening went, and how, just having that connection. That's what this is. It's coming in and having those small little connections with people and with those around you. And whether it's online or in person, right? It is bringing in those connections that is so important right now. And looking at, coming into the smaller things and not getting so hung up on the over dramatic and everything else, because that's the thing, right? Because the devil will hold you there. That eye will hold you there. And if you also look at this card too, so if you look at the devil card, they can take their chains and walk away at any time. He's not holding them there. Like their hands are free. The chain can slip off over. They can take it off. But they choose not to. And that's the thing. It's what are you choosing? What are you choosing? And how are you allowing that into your life? And I say allowing because that is so important, because it is you who allow certain things, you who allow everything in your life, not certain things. You who allow everything in your life. And what is reading, because the moon is going, is coming up to Neptune, and Neptune in Pisces is the media. So what is ruling your life right now? Is it the media? Where are you getting your media source? Where are you getting your information from? Right? So Neptune in Pisces rules media. Good morning, Candace and Sabrina. That, it's like, okay, where am I going to get my information? Because there is so much coming out there at us at so many different angles and places where we have to be objective. We have to look at it. It's like, that's not what I want in my life. This is what I want to have in my life. The intake. What are you intaking in your world? And what are you leaving behind? And that's where this weekend comes in, because it is a weekend of contemplation. And coming into a place of contemplation and not over dramatizing it. So it's not to get into the drama of it all, although many people want to get into the drama of it all. It's also about what kind of music are you listening to? This morning as I was coming home, and I got my iTunes on and listening to some music, and some of it was kind of, pull this up. I'll go up on me. Come on. Hold on. Stop. So one is in this love, Love, and then she has a thing, for each of the letters, but it's not the usual making a routine, a journal work. And there is some, some of the songs that these newer songs that are coming out, I'm just like, oh my God, I want something upbeat. I want something to get me going. I don't want something that's going to be pulling me down and making me feel like crap. I want to have something that allows myself to move forward and move within the energies, if that makes sense. There was a lot of the songs that I kept going forward because they were all, they're all about, guilty and bitter. And, there's just, some of the songs were they're just, I don't know. It could be the mood I'm in too. It's like, I want it to have something that gives me a little bit more oomph in my life and not so much pulling me down and making me feel worse than what I am, I may be feeling with the world around us. So sorry, watching the music that you're playing. The other thing too is that as I pulled up the chart right now, where the moon is at 18 degrees Pisces and Neptune is at 20 degrees. So they are conjunct. And so that's going to be illuminating the information that you are going to be coming in and how you internalize it. So how are you internalizing the messages that are coming forth for you? And as Candace is saying, clearing out the house of the older things in your closet, bringing in a routine, journal work, absolutely fabulous, right? Bringing that routine, bringing that nuances in. And we also have with the energies where the sun is trining over to Jupiter. So there's a trine over to Jupiter and saying, okay, I'm still here. I can help you in some way. Like I want to help you. I want to bring some structure for you. What is that structure you want? That's, I can do that because I'm in Capricorn and the sun is in Taurus. So what can I bring you in that's going to bring you a foundation to work on? And how is that going to look into your life? Because I'm only going to be here, the sun, I'm only going to be here for a few more days and then I'm into Gemini. And then we're going to have our new moon. And then we're going to have that new moon in Gemini along with the nodes and Venus retrograde. So this is like a nice little, I love the way God makes the energies work, where he gives us where everything is like crazy, crazy, crazy. And he's like, okay, come into my garden and let's breathe. Come in my garden and let's say a prayer. Come in my garden and let's just take an internal look and just allow yourself to enjoy the pleasantries and the simplicities that we do have. And watching, especially this weekend, where you are receiving your information, especially with the media, news, and the network. So where are you receiving it? And I know many of you are going to, you tell me, oh, I don't listen to the news. I don't listen to this. But where are you receiving your news? Where are you receiving your information? Because obviously, when people tell me that they don't listen to the news or don't listen to anything, well, you must be listening to something because you already know there's a pandemic besides from me. Right? So you're receiving it from somewhere, right? And hopefully not just Facebook. So looking at where you're receiving that, look at where, and how you are internalizing it. How is that internalizing in your world? Or even when it comes to music, what kind of music are you internalizing into your world at this time? So this is very important as we are taking our steps to going forward in order to continue to ignite our flames and continue to carry on our journey and taking our journey forward. This morning when I did the reading too, and I'm using the lovely little fairy cards, is that I got the Three of Springs. And the three of springs is, is plan your next step with an eye to the long term. So a little bit, like she's wanting to plan her steps for the long term. She's got to have patience, very determined, like that face of determination. This is what I'm going to do. The Prince of Autumn comes in, and he is that of this earth. And he talks about being cautious and wise and kindness of heart. Yeah, we got to be a little bit cautious, because we got to be cautious on where we're receiving that information, right? Where are you receiving the information? But within it all, still have time to celebrate. Still have time to allow yourself to connect, to feel, that peace and that happiness, and have some, have some time out. Go and sit in the sun, and maybe put something that you love to listen to, and allow yourself to, move to the music. Where my husband, he works in a very high-end building downtown. He's a security guard. And he is saying that, when the weather is nice like this, a lot of the people, there's like this really fancy dog park across the street, and people are there. But he goes, people go there, and what they do is that they, they bring their dog over, and they tie their dog up on their this little spike kind of thing, so they can still run around. But they bring their beer over, and they sit there on the bench, and get out of their apartment, right? So this is a day, like maybe take a drive somewhere. This is a time to like get out, change the room, get out of your home, go for a walk. That's where this energy is coming in, saying, okay, you know what? You can still get out and go for a walk. You can still do what you need to do. But that's what's important today, and finding those places where you can connect. And it could be maybe get out of your room and go into a different room kind of thing. So especially with what's, and with Mars, Mars is he's trying to push us forward, but he's in Pisces. So he's in water. He doesn't move as fast. So yeah, so go forward. Have a great day. Really, that's where this energy is coming. It's kind of like, have a great day. Enjoy. Connect with the fairies and connect with that energy. All my readings are on a sliding scale, and from $50 all the way up, and so you can book a reading, book a natal chart reading, and, just if you're wanting to get some more clarity in your life, you're wanting to get some more direction, it's a perfect time. We also have these medium psychic development class coming up, and it'll be coming up on May 28th. And then in June, we have the intuitive shaman class that will be coming up, which is a 4-week class. So we're going to have some little classes coming up. We're going to be doing some more little tarot classes, intro to tarot, working with tarot, and doing, some fun things like that coming up soon too. And they're going to be like little one-day, sort of like my tea and tarot. I'm not going to be doing readings, but, for you, this is about just a little intro, working with the tarots, maybe just, working with the major arcana, start with the major arcana, work with the major arcana. And then on, I think it's June 7th, I'm having my, doing my open forum readings. So on June 7th, we're doing the open forum readings where you can book in. It's an open forum with people. There's about 10 to 15 usually, and it's $25, and everybody gets a mini reading. And it's a really nice, beautiful platform for connecting. It's a really nice place to allow yourself to receive a reading. It's just a mini reading, but also because there's some other beautiful intuitives that join me. And in the chat, they say, oh, this is what I feel this too, or I get this also, or they feel something else. So that's really cool. And I really encourage, for them to partake in it also. And it also helps their intuition. It helps their little psyche to develop even more. So we have that on June 7th coming up. So you can book in for that. It's always limited space. So take some time today, go inward, right? Do some journal work, take a better look at where you want to go, or maybe not take a better look at where you want to go. I just got to know. It's just like allowing yourself not to get hung up on all the destinations that you want to go, but just allow yourself just to be in the destination that you are now and embrace the energy of where you are now. As the sun goes forward and enters into more of the Pleiadian energies, we are going to be feeling more of activation, especially, you know, many of you who've already been working a lot with the Pleiadians. A lot of you have already been doing some meditations and stuff with the Pleiadians. You're going to be feeling more of the activations coming in this next short while. And so sending you out so much love. Take your time today. Also, if any of you are feeling overwhelmed, this piece of hair is really driving me nuts. So I'm going to just go like that. So if any of you are feeling overwhelmed, anxious, anxiety, reach out to a counselor, a coach, a mental health worker to help you, or a friend or family member to help you through any of the transitions or anything that is going on with you, because we know that a lot of this energy of transformation and inward work is it's going to be with us for I got 60 days or so. So we just need to do that. So thank you. Thank you, Amanda. It's just like when it falls in and then it gets in my mouth and I'm just like constantly going like that. So, but definitely this is a time. I just feel like this is really transformational for us. And it's almost where there is this verge of energy that's coming in, and right now it's like we are prepping for the next leg of our journey. So we're doing this prep work. So it's very important for us to do the prep work as we will be embarking on the next leg of the journey. And part of that leg of the journey is the sun moving into Gemini. And with that sun moving into Gemini and going through going through that, and Saturn coming into Capricorn in the middle of June. So we are prepping for this next leg of the journey. And this is the time that we need to partake in this beautiful inward feeling and taking our time with this right now. So it's like if you're planning your garden, to allow yourself to sit and plan out the garden, plan into that energy, allow yourself to flow with it. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, take a step back, because, you know, the thing is that we can always allow ourselves to take a step back in order to move in a different way if we so choose. So there you go. That's my message today. So go out, have a great day. I love you all, and have a fabulous day. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you do and all that you say and all that you be. Blessed be everybody. I think the mantras that I was doing before just like sort of like made me like, whoa, like just it got me into this humming kind of energy, which I just, really love. Have a blessed one, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Blessings.